Hey guys, it's Joe here, and I would like to teach, or maybe not teach, but show you something I discovered over the last couple days. I got my new mandolin here, this little Fender Electric, and I never really did get into the tuning of a mandolin, and because mandolins are tuned every 7th fret. So I tried and tried and tried to do that and just couldn't seem to switch from guitar to mandolin. And not only that, but with a normal mandolin I couldn't do bar chords because the strings were so blasted tight. Trying to do a bar chord was practically impossible. So I made a couple of switches. So I want to talk to you about those tonight. So, first of all, I took this mandolin and I retuned it. So if you think of a bass guitar from fat string to skinny string, E, A, D, G, just take those 4 notes or those 4 strings and move them up one. So instead of a bass guitar, you're thinking of something else, and it goes like this. It goes A, D, G, C, all 5 frets apart. So here we have like this. So I'm going to do the 5th fret thing like you're used to hearing on guitar. So okay, so that's what we do when we're learning how to tune a guitar, right? Except for that 2nd string B, it tunes to the 4th fret, but that's not needed here. So I go A, D, this is from fat to skinny, A, D, G, C. And I kind of keep my A string in mind, and I know that, okay, well, I'm going to learn a couple chords. So here's my A string. I know that C note is 3 frets above the A, so here's my C. And I'll play what sort of appears to look like kind of a G chord on guitar. And because we're transposing, we call this is going to be now our C. Okay, so that's a C. You go down 1 step, and that'll be an F. And then we'll play a shape that looks like this. Don't know how you can see it on the video, but it looks like this. And that's a G. Okay, so of course all those 3 shapes are movable. Another thing I've done is I've taken off 1 of each set of strings. So this is not an 8 string. This is 4 strings. Just too much pressure to play fast. So if there's too many strings in the way, it just boggles my mind. So anyway, you can play, now that you know some notes, some new tunings. Sorry Shannon, I retuned your mandolin like this and just had to do it, otherwise it couldn't be played. So let me just do a lick or two here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I stumbled at the end. Big deal. Sue me. Okay, so even though I'm not really a mandolin player, I can kind of fake it, and it sounds kind of cool, don't you think? So anyway, I want to show you that lick, and for all of you guys out there who like to be lead players like me, if you're going to be a lead player, you've got to lead. And by that, I mean to give the audible signals. You can't go around telling the bass player to change key or anything like that. You gotta give them audible cues. So one of the best audible cues is going from 1 chord to its dominant 7th. Okay, so if we have a C, there's a C. If I were to be playing a C, and then all of a sudden play C7th, that would kind of direct me to the next chord. Just Watch. And you're expecting a change, and you would be expecting the F chord, right? So that seventh, that dominant seventh we call it, that is like a sign, a road sign. It tells you where you're going next. Not always, but in context it does. So this lick that I'm gonna show you is something that uses that technique about picking to that dominant seventh note, which tells the band, if they're listening, to change to the 4 chord. Okay, so in other words, they're going to change from a C chord to the F chord. Watch this. I'll play it slow. When I go like that, that's going from the high, or the octave, walking down to the dominant seventh, which sets you up for a key change, okay? Or a chord change, I should say. So. One more time. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to post this on not YouTube. I'm going to post it on Facebook. So I've got, I think I got 43 friends on Facebook. So anyway, keep on picking. See you later.